Exercise 2.5, problem number 6. Write the following cubes in expanded form. Subdivision 4. X minus 2 by 3 y whole cube. Now we have to apply the identity of x minus y whole cube. So the identity is x cube minus 3 x square y plus 3x y square minus y cube. Now on comparing these two, we can get the values of x and y. So the value of x is same x and value of y is 2 by 3y. We need not take the sign here because this minus and this minus is same. So we don't want to take the negative sign here. Now substituting these values in place of x and y, we get it as x cube minus, this is what we get it. Now we have to simplify this one. Here x square is there, we can going to square it. After squaring only we have to multiply the coefficient. So we cannot eliminate this 3 and this 3. These 3 cannot be eliminated because we have whole square for this 3. So first you have to finish off this exponent, then only you can divide this one. So first let us finish off the squares and cube terms. So it becomes x cube minus 3x square into 2 by 3y plus 3 into x. When I square this one, it becomes 4 by 9 y square minus 8 by 27 y cube. Now this 3 and 9 can be eliminated. Even this 3 also can be eliminated now. So now what is the remaining term? X cube minus, we can write the coefficients front. So it becomes 2x square y. Here it becomes 4 by 3 x y square minus 8 by 27 y cube. That will be our next term. This is the final expanded form. Now let us move to the next problem. Problem number 8. Factorize each of the following. I will do subdivision 5. So we have to find, we have to factorize it, and this is not to be expanded. Already it is given in the expanded form. Here we have square terms and as well as cube terms. So we can use cube identities. Are you able to write this one as whole cube? Yes, 27p can be written as 3p whole cube. So one term we are able to write it as cube. Similarly, you have to find one more term which is possible to write it as whole cube. This one we cannot write it as whole cube, and even this also cannot be written because p square is there. So try with this one. So 1 by 216. So 6 cube is 216. So this can be written as 1 by 6 whole cube. Now I am able to write two terms with cubes. Is it or not? So we are going to use two terms with cube identities. What are two terms? We can take the two terms, one term as x and the other term as y. So we have two terms with cube identities. So this identity only we are going to apply it here. Since we have negative, we can use the negative also. But no problem, we can take positive and you can later on you can change it as negative. So what will be the expansion of this identity? So it becomes x cube plus 3x square y plus 3x y square plus y cube. So in the first term and the last term only the cube will come. So this one I am going to take it as my first term, that is 3p, and this one I am going to take it as y, the last term. So in the middle it will be 3 times square of this into y. So that's what I am going to apply it here now. So on applying that identity, we get it as 3p whole cube. First you write the first term and the last term, that is 1 by 6p cube. Since this also is negative, I am taking negative here. Now what to do with remaining terms will be, remaining term should be what? It should be 3 times square of this x into y plus the next term should be what? 3 times first term into square of this second term of the identity x plus y whole cube. Is it or not? The y term. So when I expand this one, it becomes 27 cube. On simplifying this, I'll get this term 9 by 2p square. On simplifying this, I'll get this term 1 by 4p. This is this last term. So now this expansion, we are rewriting it in this format. Now this is of the form a plus b whole cube, or a plus b x plus y whole cube, because I have used plus here, and value of y is minus 1 by 6. So next step, it becomes 3p minus 1 by 6 whole cube. So it has been factorized now.